And it's understood at least 6 people, along with President Trump, have tested positive to coronavirus after last Saturday's Rose Garden event for the Supreme Court nominee. It may impact whether Amy Coney Barrett's Supreme Court confirmation can go ahead before the election.
Democratic Senators Chuck Schumer and Dianne Feinstein say they want to delay the confirmation process because of Senator Mike Lee's COVID-19 diagnosis. I texted with Senator Lee earlier today, who wrote, "I appreciate their concern for my health, but I plan to be as good as new by the time the hearing begins." Lee also expressed his continued support for Amy Coney Barrett, whom he met with earlier this week. Barrett tested negative for the coronavirus and so far has met with 32 senators, including Democrat Joe Manchin, on her way to confirmation hearings that start a week from Monday. Those meetings also included Tom Tillis of North Carolina on the Judiciary Committee as well, who announced late Friday night he too was positive. "Thankfully, I have no symptoms and I feel well," he wrote. As we all know, COVID-19 is a very contagious and deadly virus, especially because many carriers are asymptomatic. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell tweeted earlier today, "Just finished a great phone call with At POTUS. He's in good spirits and we talked business, especially how impressed senators are with the qualifications of Judge Barrett. Full steam ahead with fair, thorough, timely process that the nominee, the court, and country deserve." Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and Dianne Feinstein of the Judiciary Committee see things differently. It is premature for Chairman Graham to commit to a hearing schedule when we do not know the full extent of potential exposure stemming from the president's infection and before the White House puts in place a contact tracing plan to prevent further spread of the disease, and McConnell hit back on that point.
So far, the disease has not kept us from operating as we would normally, and there's no reason to expect that to be the case in the foreseeable future.
What remains unclear is how the quarantine rules will work going forward for those exposed to Senators Lee and Tillis, including Judge Barrett. And given that we are less than 14 days from the start of those confirmation hearings, whether we would have our first Supreme Court confirmation hearings via Zoom, which would be surprising if it wasn't 2020.